Okay.
That's fine. So Lindsay, don't forget.
We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Can I get roll call, please?
Mayor Parton,
Here.
Vice Mayor Joyner. Here. Councilor Harris. Councilor Ellis.
Here.
Councilor Day.
Here.
Councilor Stokes. Here. Councilor Holloway. You have a quorum.
Okay. At this time, is there a motion to allow Councilor Harris to participate remotely? Okay. Motion's been made by Councilor Day and seconded by Councilor Ellis. At this time, Mr. Harris, can you state for the record where you're conducting the meeting from and the reason why you're requesting?
At my home, and it's for personal family reasons.
Okay. All right.
A little bit more of that. I know in the past it's been medical reasons, but for personal reasons, we would need a little bit more than that.
You said personal family.
Yeah. Can you go into a little bit more detail?
A family
Mr. Harris?
emergency, that would be sufficient if that's what it is.
Is it a family emergency?
It's not an emergency, but it is something that I needed. Well, okay. Hey, my granddaughter is here with me, and what it is that I'm not going to do is leave her here by herself while I'm there.
All right.
Because I'm not sure when my son is going to be home. So
All right,
I didn't want to leave her here by herself. Is that a good, that I can just say child?
Yeah.
Just
That's
have
what it is.
noted child care in the minutes.
Okay. All right, that's understandable. But I just don't want to leave her here in this part of town by herself.
Understand.
Okay. All right. Roll call, please.
Councilor Day.
Yes.
Councilor Stokes. Yes. Vice Mayor Joyner.
Yes.
Mayor Parton.
Yes.
Councilor Ellis.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Discussion.
No discussion for closed session.
Okay. All right. We're going into closed meeting.
You didn't do the motion.
Sorry, do we have we need to hear a motion?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you move the? Well, that's okay. I'll just read it off here. At this time, do I have a motion to go into closed meeting under Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A1 to discuss and consider personnel matters, including board and commission appointees, Hopewell Redevelopment and Housing Authority, the assignment and performance of specific appointees and employees of City Council, attrition for resignation and retirement of city employees.
Mr. Mayor, before you continue, on that first item, I believe you had wanted to add also subsection 8, consultation with legal counsel on that first one?
That is correct. Okay, so is there a motion for the suggested motion plus the addition from the city attorney?
So moved.
Okay. All right, motion's been made by Councilor Harris and seconded by Councilor Ellis. Any discussion? Councilor Stokes?
No, I was wanting to discuss on the family issue, the personal issue.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we was going to print out.
Okay. Okay. All right. Seeing no discussion, roll call, please.
Councilor Day.
Yes.
Councilor Stokes.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Joyner.
Yes.
Councilor Harris.
Yes.
Mayor Parton.
Yes.
Councilor Ellis.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
All right. This time, we are coming out of closed meeting. Do I have a motion to come out of closed session?
Second.
All right, motion's been made by Councilor Day, seconded by Vice Mayor Joyner. Is there any discussion? Seeing no lights, roll call, please.
Councilor Day.
Yes.
Councilor Stokes.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Joyner.
Yes.
Councilor Harris. Councilor Harris.
He up there.
Mayor Parton.
Yes.
Councilor Ellis.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Mr. Harris, can you hear us okay?
Councilor Harris, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, we did the motion for coming out of closed session. Are you a yes?
Yes.
All right, motion passes 6-0.
All right, certification, please.
Certification pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-3712D, where only public business matters, 1, lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements, and 2, identified in closed meeting motion discussed in closed meeting. Counselor Day?
Yes.
Counselor Stokes?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Joyner?
Yes.
Counselor Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Parton?
Yes.
Counselor Ellis?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
All right, this time, do I have a motion to amend the agenda to add SB 1 for a resolution approval and to move the budget review to SB 2?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Vice Mayor Joyner, or excuse me, Counselor Ellis, and seconded by Vice Mayor Joyner. Any discussion? Seeing no lights, roll call, please.
Counselor Day?
Yes.
Counselor Stokes?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Joyner?
Yes.
Counselor Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Parton?
Yes.
Counselor Ellis?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
All right, at this time, is there a motion declaring its intention, the city's intention to reimburse itself from the proceeds of one or more tax-exempt financings for certain expenditures made and/or to be made in connection with capital improvement projects for the city as presented in tonight's resolution?
I'll second that.
Okay, motion's been made by Counselor Day and seconded by Vice Mayor Joyner. Is there any discussion? Seeing no lights, roll call, please.
Counselor Day?
Yes.
Counselor Stokes?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Joyner?
Yes.
Counselor Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Parton?
Yes.
Counselor Ellis?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
All right, moving on to budget review. Dr. Manker.
Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of council, tonight we have a budget review. We have 2 items to consider in the budget. One is the CIP program, and then 2 that's in your budget books. If you look under the tab that says request from, I'm sorry, get the right tab. Personnel requests. I want to take the time to go through the personnel requests, and these items are up for your discussion and for consideration in tonight's review. So just 2 items. We'll start with the CIP program. The one CIP program that's listed in the proposed budget is the Office 365. This is a comprehensive review of all of the items. But for FY26, the Office 365 is already included in the proposed budget. And I would like for us to bring our attention to the Sheriff's Department with the radio communication equipment. And that is for their cameras, body worn cameras. They had hand-me-downs from the police station, and they are no longer working. And so I think that's kind of really a priority in the Sheriff's Department. Those are my recommendations, and I open the floor up for discussion to talk about other outstanding items that council would like to see integrated into the budget.
So for the sheriff's office, you're saying that the $100,000 for the radio equipment and for the
Body cameras.
and the radio communication equipment, the $30,000, that's already in the
No,
budget.
not
That's
the,
not in the budget.
That's not the only thing that's in the budget. Is the
Is-
Office 365.
Okay, gotcha. I think one thing that we need to really look at, especially after the series of events that happened today with the Queen Anne Pump Station and Mansion Hills Pump Station on Victoria Street, I think we need to get a list of our 19 pump stations and the I hate to say inflated cost, cost adjusted for inflation on what those would be. Because I think that those need to be up there in top priority, especially with the DEQ consent letter coming. We don't need it to be any worse than what it's going to be.
And we have 19.
I think it's 19. I could be wrong, but I think I remember reading somewhere that said 19 total pump stations.
Right. And they're not even listed here.
Yeah. And it may be that it's in the sewer budget,
It's in the sewer budget, yes.
but I don't remember in seeing in here broken down in line items that said we're going to do.
It's my.
Yeah, we're going right. Yeah, we're with the names on them. Like we're not going to go do the one in Woodlawn, or we're not going to do the one over in Five Forks, or wherever.
Sure. Okay, we can get that to you. In HWR presentation is actually on Tuesday.
On
so
Tuesday. Okay.
I can have them make sure that they line that up for you as well.
Okay. I think another thing on here, like with the paving part, before I think Doge gets involved with cutting the infrastructure and transportation dollars up there at the federal level, I think it might be good to see if we can at least get one good year of some extra paving dollars. I mean, something's better than nothing. I mean, even if it's only 200,000, it's still 200,000 matched with VDOTs. That gives us 400,000. But I mean, I'd like to see us try to get some of that before it gets cut next.
And so moving on to personnel, these are all the positions that were requested. I just want to bring your attention to the Commonwealth Attorney, the number one, has been requesting this year after year. But the recommended positions are already in the budget.
These are already in there.
No.
No.
The ones that were in the balanced budget were the 3 firefighters, the aquatics, and the attorney.
Okay.
The budget was balanced on those 3. These are requests that we're looking at.
So these are additions.
These are additions.
And with the new attorney, we're showing that being offset by the
By-
savings in
Yes.
outside
Yes.
counsel.
And
Okay.
outside counsel.
Because I think the public needs to, also
And-
realize that is a cost-saving measure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And also the firefighter positions came from the police department.
Right.
They unfunded 3 to give to the fire.
Because we haven't been able to fill them at all.
Well, 7 is what so they decided 3 could go to create that second shift.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's
That was the third shift.
right.
at
But it
firefighter.
was mutual between the two
Yes.
chiefs.
Yes.
Offset.
Right. Okay.
So honestly, the only real one position is the aquatics.
Yeah.
The other 2 were offset by other positions in the.
But I think Tabitha also told us that between new programming, membership increase, and then with us going up on rates with the swim team, that
should cover most of it.
exactly, it should cover most of that position.
Yes.
Okay.
So net neutral, really, on the new positions are net neutral.
Okay. Yeah. And
These are additional requests.
now I know this is not a personnel related item, but in the budget that we're going to go through in more detail on Tuesday and the week after, next Tuesday and then the week after Tuesday, we're still having that additional $500,000 that's being put into the rainy day fund that our policies are.
That was part of the discussion tonight.
Right.
That we needed that you guys are going to take away to look at.
Okay.
Because in some of those potential savings, we need to put that money away in
Okay.
the rainy day fund. Yes.
Okay. I just in terms of just continuing to go through it, that you guys are looking for a way that we can still put that money in
Money,
there.
Yes. So I'm open to any discussions that you want to have about any additional positions that you would like to
Well,
entertain?
I mean, I guess it's almost like a moot point. I mean, you know, we clearly are struggling to find,
Yeah.
to make ends meet. So it's like, why are we even looking at these
Well,
things?
you know, it's important for staff to know that their request has been reviewed.
Sure, okay,
Well,
okay.
yeah, I mean-
Right, right. I
And
get
if you
that.
had questions about, you know, anything specific, I can help you understand why that request is there.
Right, right.
But I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's-
It's just, I
it's-
mean,
it's-
so,
we're just not able, which is, the three that we did recommend were offset by other areas. So
right,
there were no real additional dollars.
right. It's just a tough year.
The IT stuff, is that pressing?
It is. There, come October, we will not have email.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of pressing.
I don't think they requested a position.
The IT
Yeah,
stuff.
I think these are the,
Right, kinda has to happen.
All three of them are
Well,
integrated.
the Office 365 is in the budget.
Yes, it's already in the budget.
Right, right.
A question for you, and this might be more of a Mike Crocker question. Heretic Avenue Drainage Project, I see it says 214,000.
The Heretic
It's showing the rollover.
Yeah, we actually asked for those dollars with Jennifer McClellan.
Okay.
And so we're listen, this is a lot of the requests we've asked, we have applied for grants
Right,
for.
right, yeah.
But this is just to holistically see and understand what all is out there.
Right. I guess what I'm saying is, if this is, rollover for, this project, I mean, is this is the design money, maybe?
I think, yes, because it's
Okay.
it's not the whole amount.
No,
Okay.
well, it says it's
Too
clearly
small,
not. It's
yeah.
just
Right, okay. I just, yeah, okay.
2,000,003.
And then, all right, so we funded the Wagner Road Stormline project. Do we have an idea of where that is? Because I have a feeling that that is something that I don't think it's going to show a benefit like in the next 2 years, but it's going to prevent massive sinkholes that resulted in a project like Heretic Avenue
Right.
becoming so expensive, like a preventative maintenance project. And so I'm assuming we have funded this because it says rollover.
Yeah.
Just like,
It's just 69 and nothing there
Right.
in the
but I didn't know if it's been
I'll
completed.
make sure give you a report out
Okay.
on that. Because remember last Tuesday we consolidated a lot of
Right, so that way we could,
unused.
so that way we could get rid of our backlog of all the pavement
Mhm.
projects, and so then that way we can start on a clean slate with fresh applications to VDOT.
I mean, some of these we probably need Mike Crocker here
Yeah.
to prioritize and so forth.
I mean, I know a lot of this is rollover. I think it would just be really, actually, you know what I think would be really good, Concetta? I think that it would be really good, and I know Mike is busy, this is probably more of an IT thing, but to create a dashboard on the city's website that shows all approved capital improvement projects that the city council has authorized. And it says, what the dollar amounts are, and then we can show what's been spent, what's outstanding, and then status updates on them.
Okay.
I think that would be, and one, I also think that would be really good for, it'd be, when the day comes that we can, actually, apply for our ratings back, our bond ratings back, we can show them copies of this that shows progress being met along the way.
I like it actually. Yep.
And then I also think it would prevent something like what happened with Queen Anne from happening again.
Well, it also let the public know that we are spending dollars are going towards projects.
Right, but the thing it's not a appropriation issue that we have in terms of capital. It's the project execution that we got to make sure is getting done. That's the biggest issue. And I think seeing that dashboard up there is going to be really helpful for everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a question,
Yes.
Dr. Maker. So is this page where you're listing, you know, requests for, you know, jobs, you know, people to hire people for these positions? Is this everybody? Is this all the departments?
Yes, these are requests for new positions.
Okay.
They are not vacancies. What you see here is I'm requesting a new position for X reason.
Okay.
And the first page just gives you an outline of what they are. The second page gives you the total. So there's a total of $1.7 million of requests. And then the third pages from there forth are the justifications that you can take the time to read.
So this does not list current positions that are already here, you know, that may need to be filled.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, so I feel like I have all the direction from council. I can go back over it. For Tuesday's meeting, you would like, in addition to the presentation from HWR, are the 19 pump stations and the costs associated with the inflation, and then any dedicated resources to paving dollars. And then the third request listed is the dashboard for list capital improvement projects that were approved by council. You would like to see where we are spent in a status update.
I'd also like to see if we've got a consent order yet. Where we're at on that and how much we're going to be damaged by that.
And I will await, I guess the mayor or the vice mayor can send me an update of, after our discussion today, about the potential savings, update of
Okay.
where you
Yeah, we
guys
can
would like
talk.
to go
Yeah, we can.
in terms of those savings.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's all I have.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. If there's no other questions, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Harris. Did you have anything that you wanted to say?
No, I'm okay. I'm covered.
Okay. All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, meeting's been adjourned.
Thanks. I think I need to take this book home.